Hello everyone, good evening. We are back here, me and Soldat with this stream. We weren't here last week because I was lazy. But this week, a lot of things happened, so yeah, we should be back in place. Oh, um, as usual, just let me know if the sound is okay, if the image is okay, if you're not seeing anything or not hearing anything. Just let us know. We are already getting ticker requests. Triple V, VVV, and Pump. Okay, we'll look into it later. But for now, let's just check if Soldat is here.
Hello. I hope you can hear me. Let me know.
Soldat is here with a new mic, so his voice should sound even better than usual.
15 deflationary money units spent on my microphone. Just all for you, viewers. Just for the stream.
Yeah. So we hope to make those $15 back some way, one way or another. Just if you're here, if you can hear us, just drop a hi in the chat so we know who's here. Hi Mooncake, hi File Share, Opie. Is that Popeye or Opie? Yeah, so let's just take a look at things. What do you think, Solot? Do you want to kick off or should I go?
Oh, you can start. And then...
I can start. Okay, I have my trading view. Well, obviously, Bitcoin, we don't have a lot new information to say. We are still in this kind of range slash bear flag slash bottoming formation. Like it is a bit ambiguous at the moment. I think it's closer to bear flag or just downward continuation. Maybe there's some interesting things to look at here. Zach, for I know you trade SPX as well, right? Yes. I'm just looking at it now because like it looked totally fine for a long time here. It was a bit iffy, but now it's been ranging. Like it's been like it's pretty much going sideways for best part of last 3-4 months. So not much happening there, and the thing is that Bitcoin corrected, like Bitcoin crypto corrected so much already, but we're still at like just barely below all-time high on this, and it just makes me wonder, like, okay, if this gets a pullback, how deep can that pullback go? Like, obviously that these pullbacks are usually like a lot slower than in crypto, but I think it's good to take a look before we look at crypto prices, just to be aware of, like, even if you just take the swing low to swing higher like this, like even a 25 or like quarter range correction, it's like another 5% down from here. If you're looking at like something bigger correction, like how will that impact Bitcoin, and what do we need to see here to like kind of be out of danger with this? Like obviously just breaking above range high here and like continuing this trending up would be better for crypto than this formation right here, which seems to be just rolling over. And it's kind of my base case for when I go to BTC. It's just like, okay, we are kind of in the middle of nowhere. Yes, we can expect maybe a sweep of range high here. So let's just mark those out. You have the high, the low right here. We are just like doing nothing at all in between, while we are all getting squeezed up and down, of course. So yeah, with that in mind, like if you expect equities to roll over, correct a little bit, at least that's what the charts look like. What does that mean for crypto? Like, did we bottom and will we just do this? To change it to white. Will we just take the lows maybe on a heavy TradFi correction and then start ranging here? That is one scenario that I'm looking at, but I think like much more likely is that we somehow manage to take the highs here. Let me move that out of the way. Just take the highs, maybe make like a fake out, and then then when SPX corrects, we at least we are at range highs. We can we can correct this structure, and we can maybe correct a little bit more into these actual again, if you pull a range from like this is very not how I would usually draw a range, but it's just like the swing low. We had like a high, a higher low. Then we put in the high. We started correcting here. So this is like maybe the region where like if you are really looking for that correction to complete, this is the region where you would look too long, right? So yeah, that is like just on high time frame. But the scenario I'm looking at, I think, makes a lot of sense. If price does come in here, to at least look for a decent bounce. Just gonna remove these because they're very time inaccurate. It's probably gonna be a bit closer to like this, and then here I would look for some kind of range, maybe acceptance back in the bounce in the range. Then maybe look to fill this area right here, and then I don't know, like maybe start creating some kind of bottom formation. Even when I look at it, this seems like very far-fetched, even if we take those lows. Like maybe start bottoming here, make some more horizontal structure, and then where we can kind of like have like a bigger bounce out of all this. Like I'm not really focused on all-time highs or whatever, just seeing where price could react meaningfully, and then yeah, this is my first area where I'm very interested. What do you think, Soldat?
Similar idea. If you pull up my screen,
Yeah.
We can pretty much. I'll start by going over what we had last time, which is pretty much what we're having right now. I think this is the equivalent range. Back in May to June of 22, and it's kind of similar. So initially, when we made the 60K bottom, I wanted to do like a nice triangle. And just like here, it kind of didn't really give you the triangle, because then it would be like more like this, but it just kind of...
It looks like that bleeding down kind of price action.
It did like a swoop, and then it did like something like this. But so we made like there's like a high there, and then they took it and just leg down, right? But if we run it back to compare to where we are right now, basically kind of similar. You didn't get really the triangle I was expecting. It did like a swoop, and now it's doing this, right? And if we remember just now, this might be the last one, but I wouldn't mind here as well. Like I think this is pretty good resistance, pretty important level. I'm not sure if we get it, so I've just been scale shorting every single pump because obviously the trend is very heavily down. Right now, as you mentioned on higher time frames, if we go up to like a day, I mean this chart is like a little bit messy, but very similar idea. I think like 51 is very important. That's the fill on this wick. But then we also have this sort of 44 area with quite the inefficiency there, so we might tap that as well. And then this would then kind of coincide time-wise where we could get to and bottom out around September, October. I don't know. Is everyone expecting September, October? I don't think that's like super like common idea right now. I think I still see plenty of people trying to find bottom opportunities here, but I think the probability is very low that this 60K was the bottom, because if you look at any other point in the bull market or whatever, you never really got a bottom without taking it first. especially when the bottom was set in by just some passive bids sitting at 60K on spot. So we had 1,000 Bitcoin partially filled here, and then there's another 700 still left down at 60K flat. So if you recall, back in 24 range, we had the same kind of structure here. There was, again, same amount, 1,000 Bitcoin sitting at 60K flat, and it held for quite a while, and we cringed around, and then we took it, and it reloaded, and again, couldn't really quite get through it, and then we took it, and, you know. So that's a pretty big level. I think it will get flipped, and I'm just looking at sort of what I want to do once we get there. So the basic idea is, I think the more likely scenario is that you come down, you don't take it, right? You might tap it slightly, but you don't take it again for a second time, and then you get this structure, and then you fall through it, right? I think this is the more likely scenario, so I think knife catching on the first try, and you will end up like really tight on the knife catch, and you're not really targeting much above here, but you can still get like 2.5, 3R, like that's a decent trade, I think. That's the more likely scenario. The less likely scenario, I think, is you sweep it on the first try, at which point I think buying the sweep is also like decent to get the same kind of structure that I would expect, at least on lower time frames. So these trades would be like from half an hour to a few hours. The thing I wouldn't want to do is if it does this and does this, I wouldn't want to try to catch it here, because I think if that does happen, then you just get leg down, down to that 51-ish K level. And obviously, if you enter here, that's quite problematic to get out. I think, again, if we look fractalized, you'll probably will be able to get out, but you'll have to be quite quick about it, because I think this is sort of the best case scenario once you leg down. And then we enter again into a new range, sort of very typical bear market behavior, leg down range, leg down range. These ranges will probably continue to compress in terms of volatility. You won't get big price moves. You'll just kind of cringe around, mostly flat, maybe in like some direction for a week, then retrace, then again some direction for a week. It won't be very entertaining to watch or to trade for most people, I guess. On lower time frames, I would like to get 68.7, 68.8, something like that. That's this CME gap here, and it would sort of kind of get close to the line retest, not quite. I think there's a risk-defined short that I have displayed here. You would sell this, and then I think the stop above here makes a lot of sense for what it is, because once you do kind of start grinding this area, I think you're going up here and then back down. But yeah, that's kind of my BTC plan. I will say one thing: BTC has done quite well versus what the dollar did today.
Yeah.
This is the dollar currency index. It's just been up only all day. If we look at some FX pairs, they're kind of, I wouldn't say they're breaking out, but this is definitely equivalent strength. Like we haven't seen moves like this since what is it, July 25? Like that's a long fucking time,
Yeah, it's like the for me it's also like the total, like the overview. If you look at everything, it just points to being very cautious in this market.
Yeah.
Like, not gonna call to like enter your swing shorts here on altcoins or something, but
what you talked about SPX kind of have like a very similar idea.
I really like this chart. So nice.
Yeah.
It's very suiting.
Just you have a bald head
Yeah.
situation, right? We were kind of, I think we were gonna lose this low today. To make a lot of sense to at least take it down to here, like so. Probably come back up because it's SPX and people are gonna keep buying the dip until they
Yeah.
run out of money, and then they're gonna borrow money to buy more dip.
Exactly.
So I think this is about like the worst case scenario that you can expect right now. Obviously, the market loves the oil. How much is oil right now? Oh, lovely chart, isn't it? The market loves this. The market finds this very bullish, right? The market doesn't care. I think natural. No, what was it? I forgot. The NL nat gas. This because this is U.S. natural gas. That's not what we want. We want the European one. I don't know what the ticker for it
I
is. It
don't
was
know.
like some fucking thing. But anyway, it went up.
I can
Like
tell
fucking.
you that in Thailand here, people are queuing up on gas stations, gas pumps.
Yeah, and
They're like really
that's
like,
not a terrible idea,
yeah. It just shows
right?
you more than a chart what's going on.
And honestly, because of how SPX trades, I wouldn't be surprised that it does this while all of that is exploding, and it's kind of being very irrational until those energy prices start coming into like the consumer price indexes, and you
Yeah.
start seeing like inflation start pushing up, and like all the macro bullshit starts looking bad, and then it's gonna start like doing these sharp drops. And we're looking like on a higher time frame. Our first support is 20-25% lower. No, 15-20% lower. So like, yeah, that kind of area. And historically as well, for SPX, this is kind of a very typical topping structure.
Yeah.
We had the same thing before the tariffs here. You're kind of start getting exhausted as well. If we put up the RSI, it's you can see it's getting exhausted, and it's kind of falling and falling and falling. So this, some larger correction would make sense, but again, I think it will take a couple of
There's
weeks.
also
If
like there's like this similarity where like, do you remember COVID? I'm not alluding that we get a similar drop or something, but it was also like it was present. It was in the news. It was hot for a month or two.
Yeah,
Nothing,
and market kept going up.
nothing really happened. And then I think Fofty tried explaining it a lot to me. Like, I'm not sure if I totally get it, but how it's related or how it could be related to option flows just stabilizing the market. Then on like, what is it, the third Friday of the month, uh,
Yeah,
those option flows kind of neutralize or expire. The market gets a bit more free to do what it actually should do. It's kind of funny that we're in that same time period, because the option expiration in March is like the quarterly one. That's the bigger one.
yeah,
So we're looking, I think, at like 20th of March.
yeah.
That like it's either that or the week after. I'm not sure, but that would be an interesting week to watch. Like just time wise to watch. I know it's
Yeah,
blood moon today. There's also like we could just go to zero today.
for our viewers, I can do like a quick explanation, like super nerd shit. So basically, a lot of the traditional markets, especially like the index stuff, it's very driven by options these days. Very few people actually like buy and sell the underlying. There's a shit ton of volume in the options market, so you can buy calls or puts. Calls is betting that the price goes up, and puts is betting that the price goes down. The problem is that someone is selling you those calls and puts. So if a bunch of people see that there's a war going on, they will buy a bunch of puts, right? So they're betting that the price will go down, and someone sold them those puts, and it's the market maker. And what happens is those puts have an expiration date, and the closer you get to the expiration date, the lower the chance that those puts go profitable. So the market maker takes their hedges off. So what does the market maker hedge puts with? They short the market. So as the market maker takes the hedges off, they take shorts off, and that makes the market go up, right? Uh, That's the sort of short version. So essentially what that means is if everyone buys puts, the market physically cannot go down because there's so much
On hedging going
like
on.
shorts come.
Yeah.
And like there's so much hedging going on, the market physically can't go down because there's like no liquidity to actually
I mean,
sell
the
because no
initial
one's trading the
hedge,
underlying.
the initial hedge pushes the market down a bit, but then the unhedging that
Yeah.
happens into the expiration. But then when those puts expire, then there is no more
And then the market is,
okay,
the
no more
market is free to
unhedging.
move.
Yeah, no.
Exactly.
Okay.
Then the market is free to move, and then we get like in the actual thing. But that can only happen, really once a quarter, right? We really don't see it much more often than that. So it's really hard to time it. So that's why I find sort of trading TradFi markets very difficult compared to crypto. Although the stuff we see in crypto is not that far off from TradFi. One thing I didn't mention was like the sort of long targets for Bitcoin. I think like 65 today is very fine on open, which is in 7 minutes, which is 65.6, 65.7. I don't think we break that because the next sort of point of interest for me is 63.6 to 63.1. It's just this area on CME. I think CME is running 255 premium, so that's like 63. Oh, I'm wrong actually. It's 63.9. That's my thing, and that also coincides basically with this trend line. So I think to swing it for more than a couple of hours, like that's a decent compression play, I think, and it's tight enough, right? 63. Let's say 63.9. We can long that with 1K risk, and then you get almost 4R out of it. That's not terrible at all. I quite like that.
Yeah.
And I think that also corresponds to the IBIT gap down here as well. So that's a win-win-win-win for me. So we have rock hard trades explosion emoji. Hello, thank you. It's so kind. Do you want to look at other majors or do you want to look at ticker requests?
I mean, it's gonna be the same. Let me just pull up ETH. Oh, we still have chart from yeah. So this is the same thing. Nothing happened. Like we didn't take any liquidity up or down. We almost took. Come on, we almost took the highs here. I think we didn't, right? This way.
Well, we just filled the wick in a bit. That's it.
Like if you take these range highs, it's just like, but yeah, nothing happened. Solana's a bit weird trading. Like, oh,
My bad.
it has those like really sharp rallies. Like when like Bitcoin is going up, like it really like it looks like it's gonna it's gonna just go to 120 in like an hourly candle, and then it just bleeds down again. So I think like ETH, Solana, I looked at a few others like BNB, like they're all kind of doing the same thing. Not that interesting to me. I looked at Lit with just.
Oh, that's beautiful. I looked at it this morning.
It is just like refusing to bottom. Which
I was looking at the RSI on it, and it was kind of like giving you a bull div into bull div into bull div into bull div, but it just does not give up.
It's like those fake RSIs, like because they never really depends on the time frame, of course, but they never really get into oversold. It's just like you see them a lot on low time frames where the RSI is doing like this, and it's like kind of going down, but also not really. Like that's usually heavy downtrend, like bleeding market, waterfall market, like not stuff to buy. um,
Uh, we
yeah,
talked about this. Like, there's no rush to buy these. I think the best case for lit. I mean, the way I look at it now, it kind of looks like you get a cup and handle formation. Like that's your best case, but you don't want to be knife catching the cup.
I think if you buy this, like the way that it is right now, um, you either like you have to do it locally, so it would have to be another sweep and reclaim. Like you can buy, you can do this forever,
Yeah,
and technically you don't even have to lose money on it if you execute it and manage it a little bit well. If you don't do it like that, the only other thing you can do is literally this, right?
oh, that's a Trader SZ special.
The Dawn Alt. Um,
I'm bullish lit. This is my setup.
this is my setup. Like it's either going to zero or it's not. Like yeah, fine, but your problem is right this, you know.
Uh, that's a 2 hour banger on stream right there,
Yeah, like
guaranteed.
really big community member here. So yeah, I looked at this. I think until you get some confirmation, like because many people keep asking about this, like even if it bottoms here, just let it do something like this, and then
Yeah,
take take let it form a little bit higher highs, let it break out a little bit, and then like you can still see, oh, it bottoms here. Okay, nice. I'm just gonna do something like this, which is still like a lot better trade than whatever you're trying to force here. Like it doesn't really work that way. So that is my very in-depth lit analysis. Not very lit. Hype. We should probably take a look at.
I sold my hype. I'm very happy.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm a very
I
happy
sold way
person.
too early again, but wait. I bought like a lot of shit when like first Iran thing happened. That was here. No, here.
No, yeah.
Yeah, Saturday. Like, um, I was like in Discord. I was really vibing with just like buying everything, and just I used all these like just as invalidations. Like, okay, if it's not making a lower low on this news, like pretty sure I can take a shot, and if it does nuke through, also fine. Then we just buy a lower. Obviously, I got out. So with something like this, like I had almost like bottom on hype, but of course I I TP'd it right here, as you do.
It's
Uh,
not a bad plan though, because like I was
no,
uh, I was away most of the weekend.
I was
I
perfectly
just I
fine.
bought.
I was also in BTC, in Fartcoin, and in Solana, I think. And I just made a shit ton of money on in like a couple hours. I was euphoric as fuck, and I just closed everything. Like,
No, I was away most of the weekend. I TP'd my shorts. I put some longs up, but just mostly BTC, and I think when was it, like Sunday or something? I opened it. It was up a ton, or maybe it was the evening of Saturday. It was up a fuck ton, and I was like, "What the fuck are these people doing?" And I just TP'd like, "Fuck off! What the fuck is this?"
having New York open here.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going
Oh,
up on New York Open. Bad
I
news.
didn't
Bad
realize
news.
that equities were down like 1.5%. I didn't realize.
Yeah, versus because equities took Monday lows.
And
Crypto is doing quite good versus equities right now.
okay.
Did it open? Okay, cash did the wait shit.
It's New York open right now, right?
Oh yeah, cash opened below Monday low, so it's fine.
Uh,
Cash opened on a sweep of those lows since a month ago.
yeah.
There's a gap at 67.39. Wouldn't mind filling that, to be honest. That would make a lot of sense today. And I think if we fill that gap on SPX, then that 63K on BDC isn't that unlikely.
Yeah. Yeah, we just took February lows also. But yeah, that's the same as... Oh no, last week lows.
Yep.
Last week lows, February lows.
Wait, but that's the future. But if you look at cash, the January 20th low is the same.
It's not future. It's CFD.
SPCFD.
Yeah, CFD.
Oh, wait, am I retarded? I might be retarded. It's okay.
I'm looking now.
Then I guess I was looking at future, not
Which one is
cash.
cash for? There is no cash SPX.
No, I mean cash as in like the index itself, and future is the future.
Okay.
On futures, the 20th. Wait, what the fuck was I even looking at? I might be retarded, genuinely. I'm confused.
I found your gaps though. So, but yeah. Anyway, let's take a look at what's happening. Oof. So these are interesting structures to scalp for me. Like, maybe people find it interesting. Like just moves like this is so, like the imbalance in this is so big. Also this move, that like any move that is like here you're holding lows, you can kind of make that bet like, okay, I'm trying, this one is the low that put in after the wick, this one holds, it doesn't, holds means like it's failing to make a lower low, which if it's bearish it would make a lower low, right? Then you just try to catch it here. You can have really tight stops, because if you are wrong and you make a lower low here, that means that the bear flag is kind of bear flagging. What you're betting on is like, okay, I'm betting for this imbalance to get filled right here, and then it does the same here. Like it's still making higher lows, like it breaks out, and it fills that entire structure right up until this cluster right here. So we whoop. But then again, like this leaves a very imbalanced move up, so you're kind of looking for at least here. Of course, we didn't get a short in there, but they're very interesting structures to scalp. If you don't want to scalp them, at the very least, you can be aware of how this market mechanics works, so that when you see this pump happening here, that you don't get bullish at the highs just below this last point of range before the sell-off happened, because this is where we fill the imbalance, and this is not where you want to become bullish, right? So same thing happens here. You have like very sharp sell-off, kind of very imbalanced move. We didn't make it there, but that's all right. Here's one again. So very fun to trade. It works both ways, so you can kind of mark this level here. Last point of demand before we pumped out of there. That's also what Solda was saying for, what was it, 63K? 63.9, I think.
64 flat, 63.9, yeah.
So it's kind of here. It's like kind of the same. If you go very low time frame, you have like small imbalance here, which I like to. This is not the perfect one. I would probably take this one right here. But you can actually, I know Shini does it a lot. Like, okay, this is same idea. Like we put in a low, we put in a higher low. So you're kind of expecting somewhere around here. Can make a trend line. Somewhere around here, you are expecting to make like another higher low. If you are expecting compression. Just like Soldat said earlier. So these small imbalances on long time frame are good areas to mark. See how price reacts there. Like is price doing this? This is not really a buy, but if price is starting to like, wait, let me. So it's going down first, then it starts kind of doing this. this structure is a lot more interesting to buy because you literally see on the chart how sellers get absorbed, price starts push higher, and then these are all very vulnerable vulnerable targets. Like let's say it comes from here, you have an imbalance right here, then you try to long into this, and you can get in on really low time frames, but if it happens at like high time frame point of interest, you can kind of compound low time frame entry with high time frame trade. So swing trade with scalp entry, kind of.
The best kind.
The best kind, yeah. Also the kind that gets stopped the most.
I mean, that's if you have a stop, yeah.
Because you kind of have to, like, you have to commit to either the low time frame entry, then it's a low time frame exit, or you have to commit to the high time frame ID. But then your low time frame entry is like 99% chance not right. So you round trip a lot, but they can be very fun ways to add to your positions or something. Okay, let's, because this is just chopping. You're looking at River?
Yeah, we can look at tickers while Open Drive comes off. Yeah, I have River up.
I'll put you
up. So this is River. I think we talked about it a few times on stream. It does like these very classic things. I just noticed it's like a bunch of nested parabola breaks. So where would it be? Yeah, like I could draw a parabola here for this, right? Breaks the parabola, sweeps it, like breaks the parabola, dies, sweeps the high, dies. And there's a nested parabola here as well, you can imagine. Again, breaks that, dies, breaks this parabola, lower high, dies all the way. I'm a bit scared about the frequency of how many people want to see River, because I have a feeling that there's a few people who bought above this area, which is problematic for them. As far as the current price action on River, you can imagine the same idea. You have a very beautiful market maker painting the chart. So as long as it's above the parabola, it's like probably fine to keep going up. But what I see is that you have a lot of open interest buildup, and all of this kind of goes down in this dump here. So probably quite a bit of shorts being opened up, and then here they are just swapping out the short that was opened. So I wouldn't say this is necessarily like a lot of bullish demand for this coin. I'm interested. Well, okay, I'm not interested, but you know, the point is like, you know, it's vaporware. There's not much to there's not a lot of like fundamental value to be garnered, I think, in this coin. But yeah, from how I would approach it is, well, as long as this parabola holds, it's quite okay. And if you're trading parabolas, you can get quite tight trades here. You can maybe target like, I don't know, like 30s ish, like this wick at 28, for example. Like this still comes out to like quite a bit, like six risk units, right? That's quite okay, but it's, you know, it's a very typical crime coin. I wouldn't put too much. So when you see this stuff, you don't want to short this stuff on these crime coins, because I would say 8 times out of 10 when you have this kind of price action, it always results in one of these, right? So if you're trying to catch the top, like, I don't know, somewhere here with some invalidation, you're gonna get fucked, right? And that's what they're playing on, because, you know, shorts build up here and then they all get blown up in this, right? And what the glorious market maker does is, when your shorts are blowing up in this spike, they are selling into it, right? And then again, you know, they hold the low and they push it up, and again shorts build up and then they destroy you, and so on and so forth. So Try to stay out of these, but if you're good with it, they can be quite profitable. I didn't do anything with River because the funding rates were so much in the negative. So even if you catch the Pico top, you really have to get out quite quickly, otherwise the funding will eat you alive. So in terms of like raw P&L that you can garner from shorting these is not really worth it versus the risk you take on, because as you can see, like these things can just go up, do a 10x or more in a couple of days, and not feel a thing. So
Yeah.
in terms of you need to be really good at it. So I would say stay away from shorting these, that's for sure. But right now funding is decent. I mean, I think shorting isn't that bad. You kind of filled in the inefficiency here. If it falls through the parabola, there is also like some trades to be made, probably lower high, right? And then that's like a very risk defined short with easy way to determine how much size you're willing to risk, and then probably target some demand zone near the lows, like so. And that comes out to 5-hour trade. That's not bad.
Yeah. Can you give me zoom out again? So just
Yeah.
give people like an idea of the entire. Because I have
River first garnered attention around the 16 area because it went from 4 to 16 in a period when the market was really bad.
the transition to the next chart very
smooth. Yes.
Because people are requesting like that VVV chart. Let me pull it up. Like, it's like to see it. So you kind of know what to expect. I mean, doesn't have to happen. It actually has some prior price action. I don't think River had it.
Yep.
So very obvious levels to mark out are just, but it's like I don't know what this shitcoin is or what it does, or why it's suddenly going up like this. Is it just typical Binance coin?
Yeah.
What I do think is interesting, like so that's pulled up. Let me just pull it up quickly. You can see that's the funding rate also. So whenever those spike into like -1, you just don't want to be in that short during funding. Like,
but you might want to consider being in a long,
yes, you can just,
especially on low time frames, right?
If you can like do it in low size, like very small size, then if that coin drops a lot, you just add a little bit size, like pick a coin size, like say like, okay, I'm gonna buy 25 of these coins. If the market drops 20%, I'll buy another 25. You just spend less and less money, or you can spend the same amount of dollars and get more coins if price goes lower, etc. But as long as funding is really high, you also get paid on those. If funding is low, but like high negative worth, you get paid on that funding as well. So it's actually worth having like a small position there if you expect that to go up a lot later.
And either direction, hard stops.
Yeah,
you do not want to get dragged here.
Yeah. Another way to look at these things, which I think is interesting, is you can ask your favorite AI agent to write you a Pine script. Like you just pull up the perp chart. You tell like, okay, write me a script that puts an overlay of the spot chart. So you can also just do it manually, but having an indicator is nice because I can just go to another Binance perp ticker and it will automatically pull up the spot for me. But you see kind of the same thing here, which is the reason why that funding rate is so dislocated. Like you see here how the orange line is the perp price, the purple line is the spot price, or is it the other way? No, let me just check. Yeah, spot is orange.
Orange is spot. Yeah.
The gradient one is the real one. Okay. So you get like a really big dislocation between spot price and perp price. We can zoom in. Let's see if we have that Probably not.
You had it back there as well as an example.
Yeah, it's less big here.
No, I mean if you what time frame is that? No, go left a bit. I saw it.
Zoom out a little bit. Oh, this one.
Yeah, see these ones, yeah.
Yeah, this is the big one, I think, too. But basically, what is happening here is like these are coins that almost certainly the float of this, like the circulating supply, is like cornered by one entity. Uh, what they do is they just push price up very much with just like very little capital. Um, like almost always the reason for this is that they are at the same time, like, remember, there's like barely any spot left circulating. There are no sellers of this coin. They're like the only holder. If there is a big seller, they can easily absorb it. Like there's no issue whatsoever. So they just push price higher while perps just fails to follow. Very likely is also that they are just filling shorts, and because they own like the spot supply, they are not directionally exposed. So I'm not sure if that is what's happening with this coin, but it looks quite similar. These are very manipulated markets. But again, here you actually had like kind of a spike. Remember those imbalances that we talked about? Like, this is not gonna be like the most mechanically correct market to trade, but I would either look for short in here, or actually, if you break down below this level and then get a spike up, that would be like the better way to short this for me.
And that's very likely.
The last one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
So
I think, either
kinda,
lower high or sweep of the highs is usually how it goes for these.
it's like what you often paint, like this thing, right?
Yeah.
The parabola, or like irrational price action. Then it goes down, puts in some kind of balance here, and then but you have to be patient. Like, just put an alert here, because this is the level that, like, you have the high, then you had a new high, and you just look the level in between those, like which was the lowest point in between the current high and the high before. You can zoom in, actually take this one, but it's a bit too low time frame for me here. Like, this is the obvious move. So just wait for this and then short any retrace. For longing, I mean, I'm just allergic to longing this. I can't even pretend it. Like, I'm just not gonna do it. Like, would you?
No, in this chart specifically, very difficult because it never gave one of those nice little grind ups like we just saw on River.
Yeah.
Like those little grind ups you can take very tight, and it's like
Here,
quite
right?
easy psychologically. You had that one, yes, but that was in
You have this
December,
one.
and then it dumped through it.
Yeah,
And you
of
dump
course.
through it, and then it's just spike, spike, spike. You can't really get in like a nice way.
Yeah, maybe on low time frame you see the grind here, but yeah, it's possible.
But then you have to pay attention, and I'm staring at the BTC chart. I don't have time to look at other charts.
Yeah. So just in general, like, very cautious with this kind of chart. Like, don't become community members, for like, because the very likely case, if my extensive analysis of the spot and perp chart here is correct, very likely this is just like, if some entity is like pushing up price with spot to fill shorts on this, like, the very likely thing to happen is that they will dump all that spot in like one magnificent candle, because they will get out of their spot and their shorts will be in tremendous profit. Then they will get out. Then you think like, okay, fuck it, I'm gonna short this thing. They will close their shorts, price bounces, and it just repeats all over. Like, it ranges a little bit, they sell more spot, or they short more. Like, it's really like, you don't have an edge in these coins. At least I don't. Okay, let's see.
At pump.
Pump?
But yeah, pump. But I don't have much to say about pump. It just looks kind of bad, to be honest. I longed it from near the lows. I had some scaled bids on it, same as hype, and I got out. I think this morning, or was it yesterday evening? I got out on the spike. So I still have some bids below the lows. I think with a permascale bid down to like 0.001, it's pretty decent for somewhat of a bounce, and then see what happens. But yeah, right now, bit of a bear flag situation. I don't see much too long. It's kind of at like the trend line. There's like some risk definition that can be taken here, and it's not like the worst spot. It's not like here, but still, I think the probability of this trade is very small. I think your kind of best case scenario by feels is something like this, right? So decent entry to take because I think even if you do this, you can get out at break even or near break even, but you have to be very nimble with it. Just not a place or structure which excites me to do some business into.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Like, it's not a good bottoming structure. If you also look at your chart, that recent high it made in the middle of the channel, it filled the imbalance on the left. Like,
yeah,
it just
as well.
filled.
So there's nothing to, not much to do here for it.
Yeah.
I mean, if I draw this, yeah, no, that doesn't work. So I don't have like.
Yeah.
You could say like this is your sort of overarching kind of thing, kind of a megaphone, which is fine. Because my idea is to buy here and then again sell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is interesting though, because if you zoom in that structure, which I would also look at it as a bear flag, that recent one.
Yeah, that's what I said.
But then
this
like,
bear
sometimes on BTC, there are like similars. They don't look exactly like this because I look at it.
If Sailor is in.
Yeah, or it can like it also happened like a couple hours ago. Like you just see like, okay, like lows are holding here, but this is actually bullish, and in this case lows are holding and it is bearish. So I'll try to come up with a way to make that a bit more clear distinction.
Yeah, you have triple equal lows. You have triple equal lows right above this wick. Like at minimum, even if you're gonna have some very bullish price action, this makes way more sense. And then you buy here, but you don't have an inval because that's all-time low, right? So what the fuck do you do?
Yeah.
You can do some tricks. We have the 0.001 level here. So either front run that or take that. So if you're gonna do like hard stops, you want to be like not like here-ish, maybe a little lower. And that kind of fucks with the wrist. Like the wrist doesn't make as much sense, but still, that's 5R or so. It's not terrible.
Yeah.
Are we dumping? Not
no,
quite.
We are just shopping.
Okay, we took the lows. That's good. I wanted to take the lows, maybe even a little bit lower for today. But yeah, this makes sense. I like this. We had SDG and
we virtual. Had virtual, but I have it here. Like it looks, it's very, very similar to pump.
The same chart, basically. Yeah.
It's kind of same chart. The only thing I can say is like, okay, these like, it doesn't have triple lows. It has like good wick here, good old October wick, and actually this wick is like, I'm not mad about it. You could say you could say that it breaks structure right here. So it puts in a low, it puts in a lower low, you take the high between the low and the lower low. If it breaks that, which it failed to do in the first try, so this is like short setup right here, but then the short setup doesn't play out, it pushes higher. So I think there is some like, there's like this area that I could maybe target, but it already got swept here, so it's not really a strong one. There are these wicks, but we are getting very far from where price actually is. But yeah, I think maybe try to buy as close if you really want to be a buyer here, but just keep it like, if you want to be a buyer here, keep it below this low right here. Like just keep it very local, because as soon as one of these breaks, I think all of them will probably go. Like once it start ranging and it takes, it's much more likely to take these and then maybe find structure in here for me. So yeah, actually more interested in something like, so because you have the high, the low in between, something like this again. Try to short it until here. I think that makes a lot of sense the way this chart looks to me. For longs, yeah, I just wouldn't trade these things unless they take actual meaningful lows. Like I don't want to momentum trade these things. That's not really what I'm good at.
I can do SDG.
Yeah, look.
I think it's Stargate. I think it's like a bridge or something. But I mean, okay, so you're in a range for a year. Jesus Christ, the pain, the pain of everyone in this chart. I can feel it. But yeah, you've been in this range since 12th of March 25, so almost exactly a year. You're currently trading at mid-range after a big spike here. That was probably something news-driven, right? Okay, I see. That's a lot of people that were interested in those news. I wouldn't be interested in. You have a lot of equal lows here. I think if you take those and you reclaim, that's not terrible for a long. I wouldn't really bet on it too much, but you would want to see quite a bit of volume when you sweep to really take this, I think, because very likely like you'll probably end up doing something like this, so you have to be very careful with how you size this, but that's kind of the only long setup I see here. Otherwise you're just kind of, at best the arranging, probably you're going to start doing a bleed down again. We can have a look at what do we have in terms of lines, because if below these, then oh no, look at that. Yeah, okay, I get it. So it kind of broke out, perfect retest, and I think it's probably going to bleed down at least one more leg. So this makes a lot of sense for longs. For shorts, it just took this with this wick, like it took these highs. So I don't see much to short here. I think, if you really wanted to trade this, then, which I don't, something like this maybe. But again, like the risk definition on it is not the best, because you end up with like 2R, which is fine, I just think there's better trades to be had. Like this is not too interesting, but might work.
Which brings me to a question I wanted to ask, because we've been streaming for an hour, probably wrap it up soon. But I thought it would be interesting to hear from you, like if you could take, or if you could advise people like for one setup, or like if there's just one setup on any ticker in like the next week or so, or the next 2 weeks that you're looking out for, like, well, what is your most your highest probability setup that you have in mind right now?
Holy shit, man, that's really. I appreciate the engagement based question. That's really good.
Because I could like I could answer it for myself. Like
Answer it, please. I have no idea.
uh, it is like I mean it is very it's very basic, but it's just like looking at all the charts that I looked at, like every single chart that we looked at looks kind of terrible. Like if not terrible, bad. Like maybe hype can be an exception, but I also think that after that attention that it got during war weekend, like ideal zone where you can hedge your equity perps and whatnot, like I think it got like overblown a little bit, and like as it usually does, it gets a lot of attention, a lot of volume, a lot of vertical up price action, then it just bleeds down again. uh, I am really just looking, like I'm waiting a lot, like I'm just sitting here and I'm looking at this level, to be honest.
Yeah,
And
same. As
that
I mentioned, I have scale shorts all the way up, so
yeah, so that can be like either the actual high or this high. I will probably take it twice and get stopped on the first or the second, but I think as price comes into this level, whatever it does here, I don't really care. But as soon as it comes back down, I will probably market short. Um, with depends on how the high looks. If it's a spiky high, that becomes my invalidation. If it's like a no, actually, if it's a rounded, I will just take this also for invalidation. If it's like this, and it comes back below, I will just like just really take it like this. And I think
yeah, 100%.
I think you can actually be retarded about it. Like um, you can either size down and like really don't care about the amount of money that gets stopped here, because like this is like a 12 13 hour trade just to range low. Same thing, like if you get that, like I kind of think if we take the high, we overshoot it, and we probably retest it, have another bounce, do something like this, like just pull some fibs. I think you just like you're very technical about it. Like, you just pull some fibs at the 0.5 or the golden pocket. You just short it, stop at the high, and then if we come back below this level, this is big level for me. I think you can actually just add like this. You can take small positions on both, but like the TP,
The risk reward.
the TP will just be on the low, like, and like probably it will cringe around here a bit, like if I'm right, and then it will go, it will bounce just before try to take me out, but
Yeah,
I mean, you can take partials, of course. There's nothing wrong with
I
that.
have the same setup. Yeah, pretty
So
much.
this is the most thing that I'm looking at. Uh, yeah. So there's one more scenario actually, where it does exactly.
Are you saying the bottom is in?
What? No. There's another scenario where it just like kind of divs, or like something like this, or I mean, you have all your triple drive, like you know all these setups, like
Yeah.
it's just like I think just this line, as soon as it comes back below, I'm just gonna be retarded about it. It's like okay, I don't need like any order flow or setup. Like I'm just gonna take it.
You have to.
Yeah. I mean, and of course, price can. I can be wrong, and price can do this, and I just get. Oh. That's interesting. I just get like miss another 30% rally. That's fine also. But yeah,
And you know people are gonna be really nice about it on the timeline.
I love the timeline right now. Like it is so peaceful. It is so quiet.
It's nice.
It
It's
is.
funny. It's nice.
Yeah.
People are vibing. You
Yeah.
know,
There's
no
absolutely
one's being a
no
dick.
reason for bulls to ever come back. I really love it.
I did want to talk about gold real quick before
Yeah.
we
Go ahead.
wrap up,
Go ahead.
maybe
Go
as a
ahead.
last thing, because we had this in the Discord last night. Uh, for our partner Avantis. So if you use this link with the code Pawnzi, you can gain access to our Discord. We had some longs pop off here on the dump, and you can see it's the exact same shitcoin setup with the parabola break and the lower high. I'm not kidding.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
the
It's. I
it's
mean,
exactly the same.
it is all the
Uh,
same thing. Like, see
yeah,
how it also
because people
hit
are
it.
trading.
It bounced to fill that imbalance. Like it is the same thing as I
Yeah.
do on BTC 1 minute time. Is that my setup still, or did that get stopped?
Yes, that's exactly what you posted in Discord yesterday
Nice.
that I took on
I didn't
Avantis,
take it.
and here we are. We are now up like fucking 3 hour banger, right? So if you're not in the Discord, you're missing out. But I think you probably get quite a bit of range here before
Yeah.
it reaches target. This setup was pretty simple. It was based on fibs. There was a gap. This is COMEX futures, so they have gaps and they are just as tradable as CME. You can see here it did. I didn't have blind bids on it, but it did nuke through it, and then once it kind of reclaimed it, I went in. Well, not reclaimed, but like once it stopped nuking, I went in. Ended up here at 450, 49, closed all up here, and then you posted like the thing with the break and the lower high, which reminded me, and then I went in and shorted it on Avantis with the lowest fees in the market, by the way, if you want to trade metals. But yeah, pretty much same setup as River, same setup as Triple V,
It
right?
was
So
it was just that render chart from 2024, 2023, I think. I just
oh, but they deleted the history, didn't they?
no, they
So
merged it.
oh
It's a weekly.
yeah, I mean same thing.
It's weekly
You
chart,
have the
but
spike, and sometimes it sweeps the high, sometimes it doesn't, but yeah, it just dies. Same here, just breaks, bam.
yeah.
But yeah, that's the gold. I think silver looks pretty much the same, even worse. Yeah, kind of same thing. Breakout here, lower high, dies. Probably same thing as gold on silver as well. You just range here for a bit and then probably go down, which is something we've seen for both of these metals before, right? So we talked about this on stream
Yeah.
because I have this
It was
wrapped
like
up, right? So
a couple months ago, I think.
you probably just put in this high, right? So you're probably getting a range for a bit and then maybe a bleed down. So same thing there, yeah. Gold as well puts in like a parabolic high, lower high, range, death, and I'm probably gonna rebuy gold on a new low in the exact same flavor. Where's the 4 hour thing?
Do you never use like
Because
Alt R on TradingView?
what is Alt R? I'm pressing it and nothing's happening.
Really? Maybe it's
Yeah.
like a Mac thing. Oh wait, it's. Huh. Oh no. What did I do?
Can you describe what it's meant to do?
Just reset the chart.
Oh, no. I press these buttons.
It's Option R on Mac.
Fucktify now. I'm not on the
You
Mac
can
now.
actually
But yeah,
you can right click, then it's right there. If you right click on in the chart, Alt plus R. The first one.
Reset chart. Oh, okay. It's too close. Too close. Okay, I'm learning things. I'm learning things about TradingView because I'm a trader. I use TradingView. But anyway, this short, I would like to target. I mean, obviously, I take profit here because this is also kind of a support area. We always take profit on this channel, so that's a bit of a support area there. So take profit. That's kind of the first area where it's meant to bounce. And because it's gold and a lot of people like gold right now, it's going to do what altcoins do. It's going to do one of these, right? And then probably one of these, and then fill in that wick. Eventually, there's a gap here. There's a few lows here that could be taken, and it's probably going to do one of those. So I'm going to try to buy here as well.
You know what's really funny? There was like a time early 2026, like January, when like the entire Thailand was trying to short gold. Everyone was shorting gold. And now that it's actually
I remember.
Now that it's actually breaking down, it's putting in like textbook structure. Nobody is interested in shorting gold anymore. Like
I remember the victory lapping after this little dump here. I do remember that. That was funny. But yeah, no, this is such a nice short, right? You get the big parabola break, and then you have the lower high. You can even do it like this on a swing basis, and then that's it. Boom, 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 boom. You could, like, if you're gonna swing it, you could even probably run it like into the 3s or the 2s if you wanted to. What's like a supportive structure here? I don't even know. Like, I guess
2021
here.
high.
2021 high.
That
yeah, I see that. Yeah, exactly. That's maybe front run it a bit.
Yeah,
like here.
Something like that.
And that's the swing. Because literally before we started streaming today,
that's gonna be like a year-long trade, though. You better get
multi-year, probably. Yeah. Because right before we started streaming, I had this podcast up where they were interviewing Ray Dalio, and they were talking in terms of like gold just did this, right? Gold just did this fucking big fucking thing, right? And they're asking him like, well, do you think everyone bought gold that wanted to buy gold? Like,
as in,
fuck. Like, basically, as in implying like, so how much more gold should I buy right now? I'm pretty sure everyone who wanted to buy gold bought gold, but who knows? But this looks really shit.
Who is the next marginal buyer?
Exactly. I mean, it's even worse with silver. Like, who the fuck? Suddenly, everyone is like,
why would you want to own this?
He said this. He plans to buy Bitcoin.
I don't plan to buy Bitcoin. I plan to trade Bitcoin.
I mean, okay, you're gonna invest in some Bitcoin when it reaches very low prices, just because anyway.
Exactly. I'm not gonna buy Bitcoin when it reaches high prices, when everyone's buying Bitcoin. Like,
yeah, I'm gonna take. Where is it? We're gonna short all of this, and we're gonna buy all of this.
The bar girls here in Thailand, they were like asking me questions about gold chart. It's like, if you.
That's how you know people are interested.
That's how you know people are interested, and price will go a lot higher, right?
Yeah, that's an open interest trick there.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
All right.
Yeah, I think we wrap it up here. Thanks everyone for joining. Chat was really quiet today. We'll work on that next week, because this is an interaction, people. No, but thanks for joining. Thanks for asking taker requests, and we'll see you next week. Hopefully everyone is not liquidated by then. Bye-bye.
Bye.